Ever wonder how long your business can survive on cash alone?
Imagine your business as an airplane. You're flying high, but how much fuel do you really have left? That's what Cash Burn and Cash Runway tell you. Today, we'll uncover the truth behind these two critical numbers and how to know your runway before it disappears.
Your cash runway is your oxygen line. How long can you breathe?
In business finance, cash isn't just a number, it's oxygen. And your runway, measured in weeks or months, determines how long that oxygen will last. Even profitable companies can crash if they run out of cash. That's why your cash flow forecast is often more important than your P&L. When investors, CFOs, or project leads talk about runway, they mean how many weeks until the cash balance hits zero? For startups, under 8 weeks of runway is a red alert. For large corporations, 3 months of negative cash trend can cause a liquidity crisis. Profitability tells you success on paper. Runway tells you how much time you have left to survive.
Cash burn rate measures how quickly you're spending cash.
It focuses on real money leaving your account, not accounting entries. Cash burn rate equals total cash outflows / period, months or weeks. Example: if you spend $2 million US each month and no new inflow is expected, your burn rate is $2 million per month.
Cash runway tells you how long you can keep spending at that rate.
Cash runway equals available cash / monthly burn rate. Example: with 10 million US in cash and a burn rate of 2 million, you have 5 months or about 22 weeks before cash runs out. That intersection, where your cash hits zero, is what I call the runway's edge. Most companies don't see it coming until they're already there.
Runway analysis isn't just about knowing how much you have.
It's about knowing when you'll run out and what action to take in each zone. Green zone greater than or equal to 6 months you're stable. Plan and invest. Warning zone 3 to 6 months time to reforecast and control spending. Red zone, 3 months emergency. Activate your cash recovery plan. When you hit the red zone, decisions must shift from growth to survival. It's not about panic, it's about speed. Because in cash flow, delay equals damage. Every CFO should maintain a runway tracker dashboard, automatically updated each week with inflows, outflows, and remaining runway weeks. One of the biggest financial traps is confusing expenses with cash burn. They look similar, but they tell very different stories. Example: depreciation, accrued wages, rent paid, payroll paid, material purchased. When you manage by expenses, you think in months. When you manage by burn, you think in survival weeks. The second mindset is what keeps companies alive. See the difference? Expense happens when you record. Burn happens when you pay.
When burn rate rises, your runway shortens. Let's fix that.
Sometimes, your burn rate increases even when you didn't approve any new spending. Let's uncover the hidden drivers that quietly burn your cash. 1. Accrual lag. Expenses recorded but not paid make burn seem lower than reality. 2. Procurement prepayment. Paying suppliers too early accelerates outflow. 3. Revenue recognition delay. Work finished, but no invoices equals no cash inflow. 4. FX exposure. Currency drop increases your real payment. 5. Overstaffing in non-revenue areas. Fixed salaries that don't generate new value. These are silent killers. They don't appear in your forecast until it's too late. That's why weekly cash review meetings are essential. Not monthly, weekly.
Numbers don't lie. They whisper. Let's listen.
Now let's decode the graph, the visual that every CFO should understand by heart. The cyan line shows available cash. It starts high and gradually declines. The orange line shows weekly burn rate. The faster it rises, the shorter your runway. The yellow dot marks the runway end point, the exact week your cash hits zero. This intersection, where the cyan line meets the x-axis, is the day your cash balance runs dry. That's not just a point on a chart, it's the moment your project or company stops breathing financially. Detailed interpretation. 1. If the cyan line declines slowly while orange stays flat, healthy liquidity. 2. If the orange line rises steeply, uncontrolled burn, immediate review needed. 3. If the two lines converge faster than expected, cash crisis ahead. 4. If you delay reaction, next payroll might break liquidity. The goal is not just to track where the line ends, but to shift the curve upward by extending inflow and reducing burn.
Numbers don't lie. They whisper. Let's listen.
Strategy 1. Freeze non-essential spending. Pause non-critical projects. Reduce unnecessary marketing. Defer capex that doesn't generate near-term cash return. Goal: lower burn by 15 to 20%. Strategy 2. Accelerate inflow. Collect faster, not just more. Call your customers before due dates. Offer small early payment discounts. And renegotiate supplier credit terms. Goal: boost inflows by 10 to 15%. Strategy 3. Scenario forecasting. Don't predict only one future. Simulate 3. Best case: sales rise, stable burn. Likely case: modest inflow, controlled costs. Worst case: revenue delays, burn increases. When you simulate scenarios, you remove fear from decision-making. You know exactly how many weeks you can last and when to pivot.
In finance, timing is everything. Let's see what your data says.
Cash runway isn't just a CFO metric, it's the heartbeat of strategy. Knowing your burn and runway means leading with awareness, not panic. Because leadership is not about controlling cost, it's about controlling time. Final thought. Cash burn is your pulse. Cash runway is your clock. Your job is to keep both alive.
Before your cash disappears, let's read the warning signs.
If this video helped you rethink how you read your cash reports, hit subscribe. Each week, I share financial control and forecasting strategies you can apply right away. Let's build businesses that don't just survive, but stay ahead.